Yo, this is your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. And right now I'm sitting down with my guys from the Band Boys podcast. Right now I got my boy KDH. Welcome to the show, man.
What's going on?
And then also I got my other guy from the Band Boys, Daniel Roach. Welcome to the show, man.
What to do? What to do?
So we got on real quick tonight to do a live broadcast, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on in the NBA, around the NBA. I know the season just now started, guys, but everybody still talk, everybody still make predictions, everybody still have their opinions on how teams are starting. So it's been a lot going on in the last week, almost 2 weeks into the season. A lot of drama, chaos, and crazy shit going on. So first, we're gonna start off with guys. This topic, the subject on this one is hit the panic button. So it's some teams out here that's doing their expectations are lower than what most people predicted them. And I mean, when we did our top 15 picks per conference, a couple of us had I think we all had. Did we all have the Brooklyn in the top four?
I did.
I know, me and you.
I think we all did.
Okay, I think me and K.
No, I had Brooklyn ninth.
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay, so
You and Dan.
Daniel Roach had Brooklyn at the number one spot in the East. Is it time to hit the panic button? What you think, guy?
No.
Okay, why you don't think it's time to hit the panic button, Roach?
If you look at all the teams that are basically the contenders, or honestly, most of the good teams that added new pieces, it takes time for them to start playing fluently. So that's why I believe that there's no reason to be hitting the panic button.
Okay. KDH, what you think? Is it time for the Brooklyn Nets to hit the panic button and make some changes, or are we just reacting crazy too? Are we reacting too early?
Well, I think there's going to be two ways to this. And for one, yes, they need to hit the panic button. For two, I don't think they need to hit the panic button. And the first reason I'm going to say this is because you still have injured guys on the bench. That doesn't mean they have their full roster.
Okay.
My fault. Go ahead.
I was about to say, they don't have their full roster. You're still missing TJ Warren. You're still missing Steph Curry. Joe Harris has been on and off of the field so far. So we'll see how they look when those guys come back on the field. And Marcus Morris also hasn't made it on that roster as well. Okay. So
Seth Curry and Joe Harris played tonight.
Yeah, I want to say this is Steph Curry's first game, but I mean, they're still not healthy. Steph Curry came back after I don't know how many games. But then again, I say you need to hit the panic button because if I'm not mistaken, Brooklyn is number one worst team in defense right now in the NBA. That's a problem. You've had almost 7 guys hit 30-plus points over you. I say hit the panic button on that aspect.
They never play defense.
Okay, so my question is, if we hit the panic button, what do they need to do to correct the situation? Because, like you said, they're not playing defense right now.
Defense.
Where are they going to? Because you got Kyrie don't play defense. We know that, but are they going to play defense?
No, but at the same time, they have the size, they have the length to do it. They're not going to.
You don't think they're going to? So, do you think that's going to affect them in the long run?
It always does, because if they ain't making shots, they get blown out.
So, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think with a team that scores a lot, you're really just trading baskets. If another team can stop you, now they're ahead up 1, then they're ahead up 2, and that seems like what's the problem is for them right now. It's like, okay, yeah, y'all can score, but you can't stop nobody, so they can score just as much as you can score. So now it's just like we stop you one time, we got the advantage, and that's what. Yeah, then you got to fix that.
Gotcha. So my question is, I'm gonna ask you this, Roach, because me and you both had them at number 1. Do you regret? Do you want to change that? Do you still feel comfortable them being the number 1 spot in the East?
No, I don't regret anything. I mean,
do you still see them being number 1 in the East?
It's very possible. Very possible. Nobody in the East looks like a for sure lock. I mean, the Bucks are playing really good basketball.
We ain't gonna talk about. We'll talk about them in a second.
No, I'm saying that was my second pick. So I'm saying so, but if they play to their full abilities, capabilities, yeah.
So, KDH, do you feel like you should have them higher than ninth, or you good with ninth?
No, I'm still good with ninth. I think at the end of the day, I don't think that really that defense is a problem. And last year, that was still something. They didn't really care where they got seated as long as they made it to the playoffs. And I feel like they're going to take that same approach this year. Kind of work to see if they can get this no defense plays to work out. And if they do, then that works in their favor. But we clearly seen against Boston how they got their asses swept. It doesn't work. So you need to figure something else out.
Okay. So, Nets are the defeated. I'm sorry, the
Why
defeated
you laughing? Why you
Los
laughing?
Angeles Lakers.
Why you got to bring them up?
Is it time to hit the panic button, or should we just relax, like LeBron said, and let them gel?
Can I say something?
They need They
Oh,
need to
oh,
go.
oh,
They
oh.
need to.
I
They need
want
to. I want- no,
let
Go ahead.
KD go. Let KD. I already see what he got.
Hold on, let me tell you what they need to do. All right.
Go ahead.
Trade everybody. Go ahead and trade everybody. You said hit the panic button. Hit the hell out of that, because that I don't know what is going on over there. I don't want to hear no. Oh, it takes time. No, you have time. Yeah, with Andy Davis missing 79 games in 2 seasons, you have time. With LeBron James missing towards the end of the season and not playing in the playoffs and had the summer, you had time. You instead of out there hurting Chet Holmgren, you should have been out there trying to help your teammates. I don't know what's going on over there.
So you said trade everybody. So even LeBron and AD.
Everybody, the Pelinka, LeBron. I know Magic Johnson not winning, but trade him too. He shouldn't be allowed to talk about him no more. Everybody, gone. Take the stats too with him. Done. Just done. That you got 3 all. Let me not even say it. You got 3 Hall of Famers. And for anybody that wants to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, well they got to," no, it ain't worked in 3 years. It ain't worked in 3 years since they left the bubble. So why are you gonna keep trying to defend them? You got nothing to prove.
So what about you, Roach? Should we hit the panic button or what? Or are they good?
He got to take a sip of that. You know what's coming.
You said they need a jail.
That what LeBron said. No, that what LeBron said.
No, they need to go to jail for not giving him no 3-point shooters. They need to go to jail for not giving him no 3-point shooters. How do you construct a team of that sort? Every single year LeBron's played, any team he built, he has 3-point shooters and he's loaded with them. I mean,
So it's time to hit the panic button.
I'm not even gonna say panic. It's LeBron, but
Nope, not even gonna go for it.
I
LeBron
said,
can't.
like I said, I'm not gonna say panic. It's LeBron.
LeBron can't do this himself, bro.
He can no, he can't, but he always has something up his sleeve. So
Yeah, his sleeve is I'm gonna beat another accolade of another MVP All-Star Hall of Fame. That's the only thing up his sleeve he got left.
Okay, hold on.
But
Up
I do agree. Like it's almost at the point where I feel as if the Lakers very well could trade every single person on the team, including LeBron, if they want to reset. But at the same time, they can't reset because they have no picks for the next 8
They
years.
don't have no. Well, they still got 2 that we'll see, but they're not
What
trying to give up.
what
That's 29 and 2028 and 2029 or something
Yeah.
like that. That's
Yeah,
they're effed up right now. But like I said, it's a bad situation with Russ because the fact that he's playing bad, but it's like a lot of people don't actually truthfully understand basketball. But at the same time, your salary is $47 million. That is your.
are we gonna talk about that later, or should I?
we
mention
can talk about that. We can
okay,
we can-
so
we can
I'll
talk
wait for comments on that whole shenanigans they
Because
got going there.
It's
in the Lakers.
47 million. You're technically stopping them from getting somebody else or other pieces.
Gotcha. Okay. So y'all say okay. So let's recap real quick. So Roach, you said okay. No, we'll recap in a second after the third team. Okay. So the 76ers are not starting off how they were supposed to. I mean, before the season, all I heard on NBA radio, oh my God, James Harden.
Panic.
Hold on. Wait. Let me finish. James Harden. He's back to normal. He's in shape. And then he with Joel Embiid. Then they picked up on they still got Tobias having them Matt seeing everything. So all I'm hearing is they They good to come out the East. We got them come out the East, hey, all that on NBA radio. Now the season started, and now I'm here all on NBA radio. I think Harden gonna get traded. I think Harden should be traded. Harden, they're not gonna work together. They're not working together. He
I'm
touched
gonna
the
let
ball. He dribbling too much. He dribbling too much. Is it time to hit the panic button on the Philadelphia 76ers?
yes,
What'd you say?
yes.
Why?
Did you not see that team?
Did
They
they
are
win tonight?
slow.
Did they win tonight?
You said what?
Yes.
Did they win?
Joel Embiid hit a buzzer beater 3, basically.
Who they played
Not a
against?
buzzer beater 3. Bulls.
That should blow out the blue. Bulls on who do the Bulls? I mean,
I don't know
Bulls-
about that. I don't know about
Vucevic,
that.
DeRozan, Levine,
oh, okay.
Caruso, Goran Dragic,
Andre
White,
Drummond, even though
Andre
he didn't
Drummond.
play.
He didn't play. What's called Lonzo's still out.
Yeah, he might be out for another year.
And then their backup point guard is out too. Ayo Sumba. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name, but Ayo was out too tonight.
I usually call him Ayo.
Yeah. So he was out tonight. 76ers, they had everybody. For one, Doc Rivers doesn't know what he wants to do with the rotation. He doesn't know if he wants to play Matisse Thybulle or not. They don't include Tyrese Maxey, nor do they include Tobias Harris at all in anything they do for real. It's like, oh, bailout, here you go. It's just ridiculous. You say they need to trade James Harden, they need to trade Tobias Harris and Tobias Harris and somebody else, or you trade Tyrese Maxey and go do something else because you're not using them. So what's the point? You literally have a James Harden that's played not last season, but from a couple seasons ago, and you're using Joel Embiid, and Joel Embiid is look a step off and slower. So it's like what you're doing is trying to basically run back like a kind of like a Houston offense, I would think. You just ISO James Harden, and then we'll throw a pick and roll in there with Joel Embiid. It's just not going to work, and they're slow. They don't play defense.
All right. I don't know who put in the comments 76 is the best team in the East, but that's a troll.
Is that
That's a troll.
DT Unfiltered Uncensored?
That's a troll. That's a troll.
Brother.
Oh, troll.
Oh,
But
brethren.
hold. Before we even get to that, let me speak my viewpoint on the 76ers right now. It's only one problem with 76ers. One. Nothing else. No problem. No other players. No other. It's one problem, and that's fucking Glenn. I'm not even gonna say his name. Now you don't get the nickname Doc. Glenn. It's Glenn.
Ooh.
Glenn Rivers is the problem. Every team. The only thing he has accomplished is having 4 All-Stars / probably MVP / Hall of Fames, and he won with it, which you should with that team. If you didn't, you'd be even worse, coach. But outside of that, you have not done anything. You sit there and try to blame the players like you did Ben Simmons, knowing damn well that was probably one of the best teams y'all constructed in I don't know how long. But that was all Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers took Matisse Thybulle out the thing, the best pick and roll defender in almost the entire league. You sit there and run James Harden, usage rate skyrocketed. Even also a little Embiid. Harden sitting there taking over as if he's back to, he's in Houston form, but you're playing like you're back in Houston. Guess what? You're not going to win that game. You're not going to win that way at all. Joel Embiid is just sitting there wide open for the 3. You don't even pass it at all. Tyrese Maxey's playing like an MVP caliber player when he can get the minutes and he can get the ball in his hands. Man is playing outstanding. Tobias Harris is always going to be Tobias Harris. The way that team is constructed is just terrible. Doc Rivers needs to be fired or at least on the hot seat. He's got to change that up. The only time they won their first game is when they finally played Matisse Thybulle as a 6-man off the bench and they win by 20. How does that happen? How do you not keep him in the rotation? It's Doc Rivers in his rotation. He's a terrible coach. And for anyone that says, oh, well, he's done this, oh, he's won that, he ain't won nothing unless he had 4 All-Stars on one team in Boston 35 million years ago. When LeBron was by himself on the Cavs, when Dwayne Wade was by himself, when Kobe was by himself, barely had Paul Gasol. Like, come on now. Doc ain't really done that. Prove to me something Doc has done. I'll take Eric Spoelstra over him. I'll take Dwayne Casey over him. I'll take anybody from the Warriors bench, which, if anybody doesn't know, half the league is made up from Warriors coaches anyway. And the Spurs.
Screen.
Sound like a Doc hater. No, Doc hating on himself. He trash. I'm sorry. If
Who
you're a
is
Sixers fan,
this?
just hurt.
I'm the king of kings.
DT.
Hold up, is that DT?
Terrible. Just,
Oh man.
just terrible. Just terrible. Doc Rivers is terrible.
You say he sounds like a Doc hater? What about Jorge Hill?
Sir, we're not on we're not on a bamboo.
He can't even get it out.
We're not on the NA Boys podcast. That name is not to be mentioned. And he played tonight. He actually,
I said Jorge.
He's been
I
doing
said
good.
Jorge.
He's been
know.
doing good this season.
Jorge-
He's been doing good
Jorge-
this season.
I could
He's been doing
pronunciate
good this
Jorge.
season now.
You said,
so
you never
no,
said I couldn't
but the
pronunciate
thing about it
Jorge.
is, so okay, so we're gonna go back real quick. Shit. Okay, cool. So we're gonna recap what we talked about. So Roach said not to hit the panic button on the Nets. KDH was a toss up between the two. Hit the panic button, not me. I'm gonna say no right at the moment, but I don't see KD being happy. And if I see stuff not changing by mid-November and they still looking like shit, I feel like KD go want to get traded. That's where I feel like KD go want to get the hell up out there.
Memphis, here he comes.
Lakers, I think everybody say hit the panic button on the Lakers. I mean, it's
in shambles.
I'm tired of like, well, we got to work together. We got to gel together. Just watch us. Y'all doubt us. We look at that. I tell everybody, I don't care. You could trade Russ and put somebody else on the team. That team's still trash. I don't care how all the tomorrow. Oh, talking about what Matt Ryan is, a guy named Matt Ryan. Every time they mention that, I think of the quarterback. And then it like who I didn't even know who he was. I'm gonna tell you, when I first heard, I actually thought Matt Ryan actually.
Every time I hear that name, I think of the
I thought Matt Ryan actually went to the.
We have Matt Ryan, and he throws the ball in the end zone. What is going on? That's a turnover.
I didn't know who Matt Ryan was. Also, I mean, at 3-pointer shooting. Hold on, that 3-pointer shooting. I don't know what to say about that 3-pointer shooting, but
It's terrible. It's the worst in the league.
It's this.
Should have stopped it at miss because that's all they do.
It's like I never seen so many bad shots, and then you blame Russ. That's what they've been doing all season, blaming Russ. Then Russ don't play, and Russ still get blamed. That was crazy. They were blaming. They were still blaming Russ.
Lakers. Lakers are known for blaming players. That's what they do. That's what Lakers fans do.
That's and you go. I mean, like you blame Russ, and they still lose. If Russ not even playing, but he get blamed. I'm like, and it was grown analysts. They wasn't kids. They wasn't people on Twitter. They were talking about, yeah, well, Russ didn't play. Maybe if Russ played, they could have probably had a chance of winning. But if he played and they lost, you still blame him. So it's like he can't win for losing. Then they criticize him for smiling, coming into the arena and dancing. They criticize him for that. Legitimately. That was the main thing. They criticized him. He was so happy. He should be upset how he performed. Why he coming into the arena happy? So the man's supposed to walk around with his moping down with his head. And if he was moping, then guess what? They're going to criticize that. So that man can't win for losing. I like, God, just get him out. That's why I said trade him. And I ain't trading him. I ain't say trade him because I don't think he's trash. I think he's trash. I said trade him because I'm just tired of all this he getting. He's like taking every hit on everything that's going on. So yes, hit the panic button on the Lakers. Trade everybody. Leave LeBron there and trade everybody else. And then we said the 76ers, Daniel Roach, I don't know what the hell he doing. He said, hit the panic button.
Yep.
I say fire the coach.
I say fire the coach.
We both say fire the coach because I said, you remember I tweeted about it. I said Doc Rivers is one of the most overrated coaches.
Yes.
In NBA history.
He's been on the hot seat. He's been on the hot seat on every team he's joined since he left the Celtics.
And you can't have a team and this is who he had. He had Chris Paul and Blake Griffin in a prime at the peak of their career.
DeAndre Jordan. Hold on, no. Go keep going with that list. That list ain't short.
I got DeAndre
Chris
Jordan.
Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Eric Gordon, Eric Bledsoe, JJ Redick, Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford. I don't. He has no excuse. No excuse.
And then you had Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and still Now you got James Harden and Joel.
He blamed them.
You
He
had
blamed them too.
Joel and Ben Simmons, huh?
He blamed Kawhi and Paul George too.
He blinked, bro. That's why I was like, I'm not mad at Ben Simmons for leaving because that's Doc Rivers and his bullshit when he made that comment and put Ben Simmons under the bus. That shit wasn't cool.
I'm gonna say what I said someone some other day. Doc needs to be fired, and Doc should not be able to coach NBA for like the next 10 years. They need to send him to college. Let him coach a college team. He needs to drop. He don't
Coach
need
GBL.
no other NBA team need to pick him up. They say they always talk about they need more black coaches in the NBA. Well, we could do without Doc. We could do without Doc.
I'm fine with
Actually, you
that.
know what? No. You know what? He could coach a G League team, or he could be the
That's not an
cheerleader coach.
NBA. That's an
He could be
NBA affiliate.
he could be a cheerleader coach.
Oh, well, I didn't know they had that.
Well, yeah, they do have that. He could work in the office and like go make sure the copy machine full with paper and stuff.
It's
I,
bad. It's
huh?
bad, bro.
I
It's
understand
bad.
because I don't think, and I'm not. I know I ain't on the level no Doc Rivers, but I'm just keeping 100. I think we could do it. I think us three could go and coach now. 76 is better than Doc.
Well, he's a professional, so we criticize on his professionality
Yeah.
or professionalism. What is professionality? Professionalism. And Doc Rivers has consistently gotten you to the playoff. I will give you that. Whatever team he will join, he will get you to the playoffs. So that's why I think if he is going to be in the NBA, put him on the Kings, put him on the what other team name? Detroit, put him on Orlando. Do that, then build him up, then fire him like they did Mike Brown on the Warriors. Just do the same thing. Just do the same thing. Get them to where they need to be, then cut him off because that's all he's good for at this point. He can't carry a playoff team to a farther spot. It's just not going to happen. It's bad when even the Clippers said they wanted Tyronn Lue outside of Doc Rivers when he was coaching. Then next thing you know, they ended up signing Tyronn Lue.
Ooh, okay, so we went on that. We could have a whole show about getting rid of Doc. I'm being honest. I'm not lying. I think we could take over Philadelphia and make that team a winning team. Because I'm taking the ball out of James Harden. I'm saying, hey James, I'm sorry, love you, dude, but you need not to dribble
Tyrese,
like now 20 seconds.
Tyrese got it.
Yeah, give it Tyrese. Let Tyrese. He
Tyrese
make
got
better
it.
decision with the ball.
Not only that, he's quick scorer, but
And then plus you're trying to build up your young core because James old now, so you're trying to build a young core. So you want to keep Tyrese happy because he probably, if you could build up with him, he's like showing off and he doing what he's supposed to do. Okay, so fool's goal. Some of these teams are jumping out to a great start, which we had pretty low. Let's start with the first. I want to talk about the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio is sitting right now at 4-2 with that roster they have, which I don't know, not one down player on that roster. I didn't even know. I didn't even.
Cap.
Huh?
Cap.
No. Who on that player? What name? Someone on that roster that we know.
Jacob Portal, you know who that is?
Kellen Johnson.
Devin Vassell.
My young boy, Devin Vassell went to Peach Ridge, you know?
He went to PC Ridge, yeah.
I don't know nobody from Peachy. Peachy Ridge. Come on now. The Peachy Ridge. I mean, come on. It's not like it's Collins Hill. So
It's Gwinnett County.
Okay. But still, regardless, who on that team, who's on that roster that you said, oh, they got a potential to be an all-star?
Keldon Johnson.
Yeah, all-star. I don't
It
know.
was Jonte Murray.
But
Keldon Johnson,
Keldon Johnson. But I'm saying you
you
could go through each team in the NBA and name a player that been around for at least a year or two, some name that got a name out there. You look at San Antonio, but you can say, okay, name the starting five. And you be like, huh? I could go through, I probably can't name the starting five for every team, but I could go through other teams and name you a starter off that team that I know that's been around that could play ball. I'm just in the point is damn San Antonio. Nobody was expecting this. We were actually
No. For anybody that said they did, they lying.
Yeah. So is it fool's goal right now for them to be 4-2 to start off?
No. Look at who they played.
Who have they played?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First of all, Charlotte.
Okay. That's Charlotte.
Indiana.
Okay.
The 76ers. Bad team.
But regardless, hold on. Even though it's a bad team, look who it is. It's the 76ers. It's James Harden and Joel Embiid. They were talking about them coming out of the East.
I've never heard anybody talking about Philly come out the East.
Oh yeah,
If they
but see the thing about it, you have to the thing, but you have to listen to NBA radio. It come on, it's all day. If you got
Nah,
serious,
not just
yeah,
NBA radio. It's literally
they,
everywhere.
they're
Yeah.
just talking because if you said the Philadelphia 76ers come out
Yeah.
the East,
They can. It's
Yeah,
just you
yeah.
can't under Doc Rivers. I'm just gonna be honest. But you can't sit here and tell me if you're in the playoff series and and it's Spurs versus Sixers. I'm not putting money on the Spurs. I'm not.
no, I'm not putting money on Spurs, but it's the regular season. But if we've seen how the 76ers looked in the preseason and the first couple games,
Sixers
Like I
No,
said,
look
but it's a
bad
lot.
team.
It's a lot of analysts out there actually had favorite 76ers. I'm being
yes,
honest.
they
That's why
look great on
I,
paper and they look good. It's just
Doc Rivers. Yeah, that's Doc Rivers. But I listen to NBA radio the whole day of work and stuff like that. And different like you got Antonio Daniels, a lot of analysts out there who be talking about it. Mike, what Brian Scatterbean, all of them, they be talking about they have 76ers pretty high on their list. So I'm just saying.
Well, Timberwolves terrible.
But
Played them back to back. Timberwolves are terrible. You
but
brought in Rudy Gobert thinking
I
he's gonna be a
understand that,
superhero.
but I know what you're saying, and I'm gonna give you the Orlando Magic. You said Orlando, or did you say no? You said Charlotte. You said Charlotte.
Charlotte.
No, you said Charlotte. Can I give you Charlotte?
He hate Orlando, boy.
No, no, no,
Let's
no,
go.
The
Yeah,
team
I
that
said
you named,
Charlotte, Indiana, and like I said,
but
they're both
Indiana is a better team than the Spurs. 76 is a better team than the Spurs.
Yeah.
Indy Hall.
Minnesota's hold
said
on. Minnesota's a better team than the Spurs.
Yeah.
Minnesota on paper, sure. But if you looked at these teams, no.
No, I'm not even gonna give that because Spurs
not
ain't
even
done nothing in the past 2-3 years. At least Minnesota without Rudy Gobert, they still did
Tell,
something.
okay, for one, tell me the identity of the Spurs. Can you tell me the identity of the Spurs?
Yeah, Anthony Edwards.
I said this identity of the Spurs.
Oh, the Spurs? They have nothing. Only Greg. That's it.
Greg Popovich.
You've
That's
had
it.
Keldon Johnson.
Keldon
had
Johnson
Jacob
has
Poeltl.
been subpar. He's even been with the team with DeJounte, and he wasn't even looked at as an all-star. So I don't even want to hear that he's an all-star.
Johnson's usage on that team was
It
ridiculous.
doesn't matter. You should be good on a bad team. Look what he's doing now. He's still doing good. He's a good player. He's an all-star caliber player. Keldon Johnson will never be in talks of all-star caliber player. This year, next year, the 5 years or that. If he joins another team, he'll be a good piece, just like PJ Washington. He'll be a good piece.
Okay.
Go ahead and say it. Jacob Poeltl? Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it. Trey Jones? Go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. He's playing
They
well
have a-
this year.
They have a young they have a young core that plays together. There's nobody necessarily that's going to do something outlandish, but you have some consistent guys at what they do.
So what you're telling me that you're not surprised how the Spurs started out,
No, look at the teams they played.
but you still
I thought off rip when I seen Minnesota play Brooklyn in the preseason, and I seen Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns sitting there struggling. I'm like, this is a badly built team.
okay. KDH,
My
are
fault.
you
Oh.
no hold on. Look, you had a lot. Are you surprised at the start of the Spurs?
The only reason I'm gonna say no is because it's just a new team and new set that the NBA like NBA players and coaches they play the Spurs, they know how they play da da da. But when you have new teams and new players, that's the only teams that are really doing well because there's no set person to score. There's no set person to run through. That's the only reason why they're doing well. When you play Warriors, you got to play through Steph. You got to play through Jordan Poole. When you play the Bucks, you got to play through Giannis. You got to play through Chris Middleton. When you play the Hawks, we got to play. There, who do you play through with the Spurs? No one.
Devin Vassell.
No, not even him. He has bad games too, even when he starts.
That's who they're playing through.
I didn't ask who they're playing. I'm saying they have no set. They have no set. It can be Devin Vassell one game. It can be Keldon Johnson the next. It can be Jacob Poeltl the next game. Then it could be Trey Jones the next game. They have no set. There's no set play. There's nobody that goes and hey, we got to find a way to stop Devin Vassell. Nobody says that. No one. You can't sit up here and tell me these teams are sitting here battling for Devin Vassell. No, he's a good player. I'm giving him that. But they're not setting up to play against him. They're not looking at him as the long run as a centerpiece of that franchise.
Okay.
So
I'll agree. Disagree. My fault. And they also beat a Bulls team without Zach LaVine.
Okay. I just said why they do that. There's no one that they're playing this. Watch what happens when they
So
get
that's why
about
I'm not
15
surprised.
gets
That's
in.
why I'm not surprised they beat
Okay,
bad teams.
so I'm gonna have to disagree with both of y'all. I'm a shocked how they start because I expected them. I'm gonna be honest, the way that roster look, and I know I get what you're saying, KDH. That rate roster look, I would expect them to start off how the Lakers starting off at that level right now. Because I didn't expect. First of all, I expected Popovich to tank, but not purposely do it, but tank because he probably pissed off they want to goddamn be winning the games and probably sound like y'all can't be winning this shit right now. We trying to get that first pick. Um, I think it's fool's gold because I don't see them continue at this level and continue
Mm-mm.
at this rate, and I don't see them. I still don't. I still know they probably have a good beginning, but I still don't think they're gonna get over 25 wins, at least 30. I don't think between 25 and 30, possibly. But I think once teams start gelling together more, I don't see them doing what they do because people will realize what they got to do to defend them, which and then Popovich ain't gonna want to continue to win the game because he won the first round, he won the first pick in the NBA draft. So
I'm gonna be honest. Is it weird that I don't think he wants the first pick of the
Me
draft?
either. I don't think he wants it either.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because he made an interview and said that why are you still coaching the Spurs depending on how low they are? He was like, well, it's a job, and I like to get paid. So I'm like, if he gets Victor, wouldn't that put a little pressure on him that he does
he
not
may
want?
get him for him to retire and say, okay, here you go, pass the torch over.
I
I don't
don't.
know. That just seems a
I,
little weird to me that he may
I,
not be looking for that first
But
round.
you,
I was literally just thinking about that literally as we said. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't think Pop wants Victor.
I get you, but
Nah,
the
he
front
probably does.
office
He
may
loves
want it.
European.
You got to
If
realize.
anybody in the league, he
That's right.
loves
He loves
European
European.
players.
He
But
does.
hold on. Let me tell you this. I get what y'all saying. Pop may not want him, but the front office may want him because they know Pop is not going to be
Yeah,
around
agree,
for
agree,
multiple years. He
agree.
probably go. He probably had a conversation. Say, I give y'all maybe 1 or 2 more years, but that's it. But they want somebody to build on to going forward. So I look at it like he may not want him, but what does the front office want? Now
Yeah.
Popovich promised them another 10 years, which I don't see happening.
He did.
Huh? No, I say if. I say
Mm.
if he promise I'm another 10 year, then that's a different story. But I don't think he's doing that because I think he's slowly getting to the point that he done did all he could do. It's time for him to retire and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we'll see on that. So other team fools go Portland Trailblazers. Um, they've been on a killing spree. Now isn't Dame out? How long Dame out for?
No,
A
he's only
week.
been out one game.
I
Oh, he's
think a week.
back.
I think he's at a week.
Yeah, he's probably out for a week. He's only missed one game
Okay,
so
okay.
far.
They're sitting at 5-1 right now. They have they got the second best record in the NBA. Is
Mhm.
that fool's goal or they legit?
That's a tough one for me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah,
That's a tough one for me.
it's tough, but at the same time, it's Dame, and everybody knows if Dame's hot, you got a problem on your hands.
Well, see, that's the thing too. When it say fool's gold, Dame still has yet he's underperformed in the playoffs every time, and it's like, okay, yeah, they're doing good in the season. Do we see this really translation in anything? I right now I'm gonna say it's fool's gold until I see other production from other players do better. Because Josh Hart still is not a scorer. Jeremy Grant's still kind of
Josh
struggling to
Hart's out for
find
the
his
next
way.
2 games for concussion.
Oh no, that's that. And then like I said, they haven't really played much of their younger guys, but I mean they're doing well. I would say they're still a team that really ain't constructed differently. But then again, like still a new set team. When teams get new players, new sets, it's harder to guard. Now you got Jeremy Grant was the focal point of Detroit. Now that he's on Portland, it's like dang. Now I got to figure out how to stop Dame and him. Nurkic, we already know how we could probably do that. Josh Hart is not really a big threat. Anthony Simons is coming off a new role, so we got to learn how to guard against this guy because he's killing. So it's kind of difficult to figure out how to guard that team because they have nothing but stretch, nothing but stretch. They didn't have that last year.
Gotcha. What about you, Roach? You think it's fool's goal or what?
Nah, um, they've definitely brought in help with the Josh Hart and Jeremy Grant, and then they picked up the rookie Shaden Sharp, which looks like he's gonna do very well. But they got rid of CJ McCollum because Anthony Simons and CJ McCollum would put up the same numbers. And if you let Anthony Simons just play freely, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck. But I said this is they brought in. I think they brought in good supporting cast because Josh Hart's kind of like a do it all kind of guy, and then Jeremy Grant, he's capable of playing defense, and he's capable of scoring offense if you need it. Just like he finished the game winning layup against the Lakers.
So this one I'm gonna have to contradict what y'all said. Y'all both said it's not basically fool's gold right now.
No, he did. He said it is.
Oh, you did.
Chris
Yeah,
said
he
it
said
is.
Fool's
I
Gold.
said it's not. I said it's not. I
Cause
said
both
I'm
y'all both had them at 11 on y'all ranking for top 15 in
Yeah.
West.
Yeah, I said they're fighting for
I
10 to
said it's
11.
full. I said it's Fool's Gold because I think just right now it's just new sets. It's new sets.
I said Portland's always on that line, so I mean, they got a long season ahead of them.
It's only
I
been
mean,
like 6 games. I'm not tripping on 6 games.
yeah,
It's no different than football. Football, some teams can look great first 4 weeks. Then when that 5th, 6th week hit, it'd be like, hey, yo, what happened?
not Nebraska.
We're not even gonna get into that.
So where did the Nebraska compliment come from? What happened? Did Tennessee lose to Nebraska?
No, Nebraska fired their
No,
head coach.
hell no, hell no. Hey, we're done talking right after that comment. We're done. We're done right there.
Nebraska fired their coach after the second game of the season, and this has been a tough uphill battle. You know, they need to make a jokes of a chance. The head coach. That's what I believe. That's okay. It's a subject for another day.
Okay, and so the last one, surprise start on the Utah Jazz.
Yes.
Is that fool's gold, or I mean that's a surprise start? I'm sorry, fool's gold.
Actually, I would say yes because of how well they look.
Okay.
They have players on their team, but how well they like just look as a team in general and be able to finish games. I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
What about you, KDH? Surprise?
Surprise? Heck yeah, that roster looked terrible on paper, and it don't look good meshed together. But somehow they making it work. I don't understand how you run a 6'9" Kelly Olynyk at the center, which back in the day, yeah, I could, but now it's just like, and it's working. Laurie Markkinen at the 4 is working. Jared Vanderbilt at the 3 working.
Laurie Markkinen at the 3.
I mean, at the 3, yeah, Jared Vanderbilt at the 4. Like they're so undersized. They're quick. They play decent defense. It's just weird. It's just weird to me.
So you think it's fool's gold?
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's just weird because like you're saying the lineup, but it's based like you go from small, the 6 foot, whatever he is, the 6 something, but you play your biggest guy at the 3 position. And then you go back down to the 5. It's like it's weird. And off the bench, you have Rudy Gay, you have Colin Sexton, and then you look at the bench like who's scoring, but then you have it's just they're all getting the job done. And Mike Conley's playing very efficient, it's just
He always has.
then Jordan Clarkson at the starting shooting guard, like
my thing with him is, and even looking at him, watching them when they play back to backs, they're not gonna last 7-game series, not even a 5-game series. So it's like me personally, I see it's fool's gold because they're not gonna survive in the playoffs. It looks good now.
Hold on. Let me get back on this. Is it Danny Ainge? No, they're not making the playoffs. He's pissed right now. They've been talking about him. He was giving up all that because they say he want the first round pick. So they said I was reading people said that he's not happy about them winning games. And now he got to get rid of some of them Claxton, not Claxton, I'm sorry. Jordan Clarkson. He's trying to get rid of all of them now because they're doing too well.
I think it's a situation where it's
I mean, do it because that's what trading's supposed to do anyway. Build up your value, then get rid of
it.
That's what because he said that's what because from what I was understanding behind the scenes, it was said that he blew up everybody because he wanted to tank this season. He wanted to go for the first pick because he got a lot of picks, so he wanted the first pick in the round.
Can he get fined for that?
Yeah, you get fined for that,
because you just literally told everybody you're trying to tank.
But see, he didn't tell everybody that. It was people saying behind the scenes that they know who.
Well, if it's going behind the scenes, people know.
Huh?
It's getting out there. I'm sure the NBA knows.
Well, it getting out there, but they don't got proof that him saying it. So it's a lot of people saying that because what's his name? Tank every last 3 years. What's his name with OKC?
Yeah.
What's the coach?
It's not the coach, but
what's his name?
Presley. Something.
Yeah.
William, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot. He tanks. He been taking the last 3 seasons, and now this season because now they don't got what's his name because he's out for the season.
Yeah, but
So,
that. I'm be honest, that works perfect for him.
but the thing about it is, what's his name? What's his dude name who got injured?
Chet Holmgren,
What if they get the first pick and get Victor and him?
bro. They'll be fine for the next 10 years. They'll be perfectly fine for the next 10
What do you
years.
think about that roster? If they
That
have,
roster's outrageous. If they do tank and they get the number one, Shy's not getting traded. You have
he's not going.
Shy, Trey Man, which they can probably find better. Lou Dort, Victor and Chet. I don't even know how you would fucking run that. Chet and Victor, like who's running it don't even matter. Just 5 out. It's just literally play 5 out and just keep and let it work. It'll figure the rest of it out. You don't even need a coach. This would be the one time you can hire Doc Rivers and it probably still wouldn't fail.
No,
That's-
no, it was fail. It was still fail. They won't even make the playoff. Do not bring Doc into this conversation. I'd rather you talk about
Glenn?
George Hill. I'd rather y'all talk about George Hill.
Doc Rivers would have. He would have Mike Muscala.
Doc Rivers like, what y'all mean? I'm trying to tank and get the next year. We're getting 3 of them back to back.
I will rather keep George Hill on my team than Doc Rivers to stay a coach.
George Hill been playing great. You can't talk back about
Jorge Hill.
He heard
Yeah,
your
Jorge
comments.
Hill.
He heard your comments.
No. He got killed by on trade today. Okay, so
It's Trey Young.
Killed all of them.
But George Hill should not be guarding Trey.
Who is this?
Who's the guard? He's the point guard.
I'd rather them go 4 and 5 against the Hawks than have
What the heck? Who's supposed to guard?
Yeah.
Clint Capella? He's
Yeah,
supposed to guard Clint Capella?
Yeah, Clint ain't got no
Good dunk on him. He gonna be talking about.
push. Get him out the box. That's all you gotta do. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. So y'all both said. Did y'all say both said Portland was fool's gold?
I said no.
Yeah, I think they are. He said no.
No. Okay. We said Spurs. Y'all both said no. I said yes.
Fool's gold.
Even though y'all both have them at the bottom of y'all list.
No, I said I wasn't surprised. I still
Okay.
said they're fool's gold.
And then the Jazz.
Not
You
fool's
said
gold,
yes.
bro. All 3.
Yeah. They're not gonna. They about to trade some people because they winning too much, and Danny Ainge ain't happy about that shit. Like, the fuck? I'm trying to get the first round pick. Y'all keep winning games. For what's wrong with y'all? Got to get y'all out there. Okay.
Send Laurie to Memphis. I'll take him.
Surprise start. Let's start with the Orlando Magic. They're sitting at 1 and 4 right now. Are y'all surprised with the Orlando Magic start to the season?
No. I already said
1 and 5. 1 and 5.
Yeah, I already said they were young and they still got a lot to progress. Now, here's what I'll say. I did have them higher, and I think they will achieve that this year. They looking good. It's just they got to fix a couple things out. Them running, Franz Wagner, Bobo, Wendell Carter Jr., and was it Apollo? Nobody was 6'10" or shorter with that starting 5. That's and they can all stretch the floor. That's a problem. If they can figure out how, now this is the only thing I'm giving the Warriors because they have time on their hands. If they can figure it out and get it to work, I don't care what the start is. It's what they finish like, and I think they're gonna finish pretty strong, better than what they did last year.
They may want the first round pick.
You don't need them. What you need? What everybody gonna be shorter? No shorter than 6'11". Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, hey.
35, 6'11". Average height on that team would be 6'11".
They would shut down the paint.
Shut down the paint. Yeah, shut down the NBA. Yeah, shut down the NBA. It's over. You can't run a roster like this. You got to be banned. There's no way.
So
Imagine running Bobo at the point.
Bro, just stop it. We're not even gonna go to that. You
7'2".
just throw the ball up because nobody could jump that high. All you gotta do is just throw the ball up so nobody could jump that high.
They're not gonna miss. There's nobody to contest.
There's no one with Victor.
don't
No.
worry. KD gonna shut that down. I ain't worried about it.
You crazy at your mind. KD can only guard one person.
Hold up. What did Jalen Smith have tonight?
The Cavaliers. Surprise start. The Cavaliers are right now sitting at 4-1.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's not. Go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. The Cavs look scary.
But are you surprised with the start? That's what I'm saying.
As I said. But the start, yes, because how scary the Cavs look. Karis LeVert and Donovan Mitchell going for 41 a pop against the Celtics.
I said Celtics had their chance last year. I can't root for them defensively this year with no Robert Williams.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That trade for Donovan Mitchell completed their roster. I feel as if not necessarily for a championship, but at the same time, they're scary. Their front court, their front court and back court is very, very tough.
So you're surprised in a good way.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, KDH? Are you surprised with the start to the Cavaliers sitting at 4-1 right now?
Yeah, sitting at 4-1. No, I'm not surprised.
Okay.
This is the one team that I will say in my standings, I wish I could have put higher. I just don't know how long run the injury status was going to be for this team. But the biggest problem with Cap, they were already up and coming last year. The biggest problem with them was if one person got injured, it was over. Darius Garland is injured. They have Donovan Mitchell now, so it doesn't matter. They still have another scorer. He may not assist the ball as much, but he's a scorer. I already said problem-wise, defensively, they're not going to be that good defensively, at least in their backcourt. But offensively, they're a problem. They are a problem. They're tall. They're fast, athletic. I'm not going to be surprised, even in the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised. So I would say for this start, I'm not surprised by it. They look good. They should. When we saw that trade, everybody was like, "What? You gave up what?
Nothing.
You gave up nothing for this?
Nothing.
Nobody was.
Danny Ainge is trying to tank. I mean, be honest with you, he built some of the good things.
And Danny Ainge,
he actually put he the one put the
Celtics.
Boston Celtics together. So
Yep.
yeah,
and the Jazz.
go.
Well, that was before, but
So do y'all think y'all would change y'all standings for Cavs because y'all both got them at 8?
Yeah, I would probably boost them up. That was the one I was a little iffy about, but I'll probably boost them up.
What would you move them up to? Who would you move back? Who would you move to 8?
To 8, I would probably put Chicago there.
Okay.
Or even Miami.
Would you move them above the house? You had them above the house. You're big.
Yeah, I had Cleveland at 8, Chicago at 7.
Okay, so
but I wouldn't be surprised if I had to put Miami there because I don't know what they got going on over there. So I wouldn't be surprised to just switching those, put Cleveland at 4, put Miami at 8. I still think they're playoff material.
I'm not even gonna argue with that. I don't know.
I just don't know what Miami's doing right now.
I said this is. I'm not worried about Miami, but I just don't know what's going on.
I'm not worried about it. I think they'll make playoffs.
But saying Miami is a better situation than Philly, so I'd probably say Philly. But it's a toss up. Like I said,
That's another one, yeah.
The Bulls look solid. To be honest, they look solid. They just don't have Lonzo, so it's like I don't know if I would move them. But
they're
like,
not gonna have Lonzo. You might as well take him
it's
out
between
of the
it's between the Nets. I'd probably move the Nets down some steps, maybe. Nets, Heat, or the 76ers, I'd swap, but that's about it.
Okay.
But they're probably sitting, my fault. They're probably sitting at a 4 or 5 seed.
I'm gonna go with the Cavs. I'm not surprised, but I don't change. I still think I got them at 7th on my list, and I keep them around about that area. I still think when it comes to playoff time, their backcourt is not really going to be able to defend whoever they're going against. And they better hope they got somebody easy in the first round. They better hope they're not going against the top one. Better hope is, like, if they're going to I'm going to put like, to be honest with you. And even though I know you said how you felt about Boston, they don't want to see Boston in the first round. They definitely don't.
No, I ain't saying that. I said 7-game series, Boston's still one of my favorites in the East. Right. Yeah, in the season, yeah, you might get them a couple games. You might get them. But 7-game series, I don't see it. Not yet.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this one real quick. We're gonna do this real quick. So surprise start. Let's talk about this. The Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna start this one off. I'm surprised start. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I'm very surprised how they started because we don't have Chris Middleton, and I did not expect them to start off this well. I did not expect them to be undefeated. Honestly, 5 games.
Spell his name. Spell his last name.
Hey. Quiet time. Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm shocked that we're 5-0. I am. That's why I'm surprised because even though we got Giannis, but I don't. The bitch actually been coming through, which surprised me.
I thought he said
no, not the bitch. The bench. The Benjamin coming through really surprised me because I still think we still need to make a few trades. I think we need to go after what's his name from Phoenix because
Get somebody from Jazz. Y'all be straight.
no the Phoenix, but they trying to go after what's his name Crowd. That's what they trying to go after. Yeah, that's who they in talk.
Milwaukee. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
They'll
they
be a
try-
problem.
yeah they trying to get him. That's what they going. They targeting now.
Okay,
So
I didn't know that.
I think that's somebody we need to get. But once we playing this well, and Middleton's not even due back, he not due back to like mid-November. So this, I'm happy, I'm excited, but it kind of got me all right. It kind of got me shocked because I did not, like I said, I expect us to be either, be honest, 3-2
Mhm.
or even 2-3. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can even see them on the final just because we didn't have our second leading score. But everybody been stepping up to the plate to take that role, that fill the role for him.
Even your favorite guy?
And you said what?
Even your favorite guy?
I mean, if I think George Hill minutes need to be cut back. I don't think George Hill need to be now during crunch time. Like today, I was a little disappointed how Coach Bud had him in rotation because he was out there guarding Trey Young and Trey Young going out like, dude, what? I said, come on, I understand Javon Carter needed to stay on the floor. When we got Trey Young and Dejounte, whatever his name, Murray, whatever his name,
DeJounte Murray.
Dejounte, yeah, have him on the floor. We should both have Drew and Javon out there. We should not have George Hill out there guarding nobody. No. George Hill,
I'm
you
gonna
too
be honest.
old.
Javon Carter may play better defense, but he ain't guarding no Trey Young either.
But no, he was doing a good job on trading. No,
He was
I gotta
doing
get.
decent towards
But
the end of the
Trey
game when
went out.
Trey was
Trey still
tired.
going out. No, Trey still
That's-
going off, but Javon is one of our better defenders on the team, and he was still on guarding him. George Hill wasn't guarding nothing. George Hill wasn't even guarding the air around him. But
Now,
so me
yeah.
just saying that, yes, I'm surprised to the start. Am I shocked? No, but I'm surprised, yes, because I did not expect us to be the only undefeated team in the NBA right now. You got it, KDH. Go ahead.
I about to say I'm not surprised just due to the teams that y'all played. You played a lot of teams that played no defense whatsoever. So it's like with
Most
Drew
of these
Holiday and
teams play good
Giannis.
defense.
Well, I mean, you played Philly, which that's
Best
shamble.
defense in the league.
I'm gonna give you Philly
They got Doc Rivers defense.
anyway, and then you played Houston, who commits the most turnovers out of anybody in the NBA. Then you played Brooklyn. I shouldn't even have to explain myself there. Then you played New York, that one I'll probably say y'all had New York possibly had a chance, but were they winning? Probably not. And then you just played Atlanta, which y'all dominated over them. I don't know how many years. So I mean, we'll
But
see.
we let Trey, we let Trey
hold-
drop 42
And
points.
then, but hold up. Then your
that's
next
still-
2 games are Detroit back to back. And then after that is Minnesota. Like, you ain't really played nobody to really
But-
be surprised about your record yet.
But we still missing our second leading scorer. And
Yeah, but you're still the best
hold on.
favorite team to win it
hold on.
all.
But hold on. Then the other thing I'm gonna give you is Drew first good game this season against the Hawks.
Yeah.
Drew has had no good game. So for Drew not to be playing well, and for Giannis to be our main scorer, for us to still be 5-0 is a shocker. Still, regardless.
Bobby
Still
Porter-
have
Bobby-
the best
Bobby
team.
Portis has
Bobby
been
P.
hooping.
Yeah, he
Not-
did.
not only that,
But
But they still have the best team. This has been a known factor before the season. They still had them favorites out of the East.
and I
It's
got
no
you.
surprise.
I agree with you. I got you. I hear you on that. But my thing is, we get Chris Middleton back, and we playing this good now, and we get Chris back, and then we get
We said that.
No, I know. And what's his name? Crowder. What's his first name?
Jay Crowder.
Jay Crowder. We get him on the team. And those we keep, and we get rid of the shitty people, and we keep Javon. We keep. I think Serge probably part of that trade. I like Serge, but I think he'll be part
He's
of
not
that
even
trade.
getting no PT though.
Huh?
He's not even getting no PT
No,
though.
he been playing because Chris not there. But I
Not
think he's gonna be
much.
part. If we do
You
trade,
don't-
I think he
they
gonna
don't
be
need
part.
him.
Huh?
They don't need him. They got a young
Yeah.
buck in Phoenix. I'm saying that he wouldn't be part
No,
of the trade.
but the money they go cut. They go take the
Yeah, they'll
trade.
just give him a
but
check.
They'll
They'll
let him
just
go.
pay him out more
they'll
than
let
likely
him
if they
go.
don't need him.
They'll buy him out. But the thing I'm saying is if we get Jay Crowder, whatever his name is, we gotta keep our core group and we get Pat Connaughton back. We still don't got Pat Connaughton. So yeah.
I got a quick question.
Yes,
And this
sir.
is just throwing out well, not
Yes,
a question, but a theory. What if somehow, some way, Y'all got Jay Crowder and DeAndre Ayton because they've been looking to get rid of him too.
For who?
Bye, Brooke.
Oh, I mean, he would be hands down gone. But would you be willing to give up either Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday?
No. No.
Okay,
I
I'm
would
not
never
saying
say
I would. I'm just asking.
no. Because that's our core. I love them, even though sometimes they both could get on my nerve. But I think that with all your
Because
players, they get on your nerves and stuff sometimes.
that's
No, I'm saying like this.
money
Gian-
wise. I don't think y'all can
Hold
do
on.
it either way.
Giannis,
But
Chris, Drew, Bobby P, Javon, and Pat are all untouchable. Everybody else is free reign to me. Those are the only
yeah.
ones I say you can't let go.
My thing is, I just even if y'all were to get a trade, it would have to be someone like a Jay Crowder on low minute because you can't afford really anybody else. Even if you were to trade like Grayson, because I feel like Grayson Allen is probably on the hot seat as well.
Yeah, Grayson
But
take his ass somewhere. Take him to Duke.
he said put him back at college.
He go there. He could be a shooting coach.
Oh Jesus! But yeah, so I mean, I ain't surprised by y'all record right now.
Well,
Y'all
I'm gonna
just
be
ain't
honest with
traded
you. You
nobody.
may not agree with this, but I would trade Grayson for Ja. We could trade head up. There you go. I'm good.
I'm gonna be honest, D. I'm gonna be
Well,
honest,
you
D.
want this? You want?
I want to bet y'all go 13-0 before y'all lose your first game.
We're gonna go 82 and 0.
All right. Well, yeah, you smoke.
We go 82 and 0. We the best team ever.
Crack pipe right now. But I think y'all can go 13-0.
Okay, we'll
They
see.
play
I'm,
nobody.
I'm not gonna say now. I'm gonna
That's
say
their hardest chance is the Hawks.
Detroit.
Y'all play-
Detroit. Why? Detroit go fool us. Detroit go get us. Watch. I'm letting you know that.
You know
They
he
got us
said
last year.
that's
They got us last
Patron
year.
in that bottle. That's
They got us
Patron in
last
that
year.
bottle. That's not water. That's
No, they
Patron
got
in
us
that
last year.
water.
Hold on. No. Detroit got us last year. They beat
Nobody
us
cares.
twice last year.
Who cares? It's
No,
Detroit.
but we had our big three. They beat us twice last year. So that's what I'm just saying.
Ooh. I bet y'all go 13-0.
Okay. I would love it, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna sit here and put my. But I would love that. I would love it.
only if Giannis plays.
Well, he's.
I
gonna
mean,
play.
obviously, if he ain't playing, then yeah.
Well,
we
you
gonna
never
lose.
know. When I'm playing, still may never know. Depends. But I think he'll be good. Okay, so
He just made an argument that Giannis doesn't play.
no, but I'm just saying if Giannis probably not playing, still win the game.
Yeah,
Not
then
against the
you,
Hawks
then
though.
now you got the Atlanta Hawks Mike Budenhauser. All right, good luck on that one. Yeah, you know how that went. We're not even gonna go there.
Don't bring up Coach Bud. He's still on the roster as a coach. Him and Doc need to go coach high school and college together.
Nah, you can't give that because he won it with Giannis and he
Let me
won
ask
it
you
with
a
Giannis.
question real quick, KD.
I used to give him hell, but
Before we move on, let me ask you a question. How would you feel if you say you and Daniel Roach, y'all both decide to coach an AAU team, and then y'all come to the court and Doc Rivers coaching the other team over there? Y'all gonna win?
no. His
You're not
team
gonna
gonna
win again,
his team gonna make it to the playoffs, but if we place him in the playoffs, we whipping his ass. He gonna beat us with the regular. As long as we win the other 2 games out of 3, we gonna meet him and we gonna bust his ass. He gonna lose first game. First game of the game.
Hey, so you can't make it the second round in the NBA. You
He
can't
can't
make it
make
to the
it
second
second.
round in an AAU tournament.
His kid's gonna he's gonna have
He
new
go-
lungs.
He gonna blame the parents for making the kid.
Yeah, you better make a better kid. It's not my fault. I'm Coach NBA, motherfucker. You know my name?
Like I said, but Coach,
I'll bring
hey,
Kevin
Coach,
Garnett here and whoop all your ass.
he said, Coach, you couldn't even make it out the second round of NBA. You still can't even do an AAU
Coach,
tournament.
Coach, you told our best player not to pass to nobody. No, I don't like it.
And the worst part about it, it could be a
I
joke.
feel like if Doc Rivers was a player, or he was a player,
I'm about to say you was.
Oh, yeah, he
I
was.
feel like Doc Rivers and Paul Pierce are kind of in the same vicinity.
No. Doc Rivers is like Jorge Hill. That's why he plays more than Devon Carter.
I'm gonna tell you this. It's gonna be a Georgia Tar Heel tournament, and he's still not gonna make out the series.
Oh.
He's gonna be playing Action Sports Academy. international sports arena gonna be played there.
can't breathe.
He's still not gonna make it out the second round.
Oh my god.
Okay, okay.
All right, man.
Let's move on. Oh, y'all, let's move on. So this is a topic of discussion. I've been wanting to talk about this, and let's be honest. Do do you feel the LeBron era is officially over?
No.
No.
Okay. Oh. Before you ask that question, what do you mean by his
Like winning the
era?
ring, getting in the ring. That's what.
No.
I'll say this with Lakers, I think it's over. With Lakers, I think it's over. If he moves to a different team, I got no worries because that's
Only
different.
one.
This is the worst team that has no shooters. LeBron has always been comfortable with shooters. Even in high school, this motherfucker has shooters. You gave him no shooters, none, not at all. Anthony Davis is shooting 29% from the field when it comes to jump shots.
It's
I'm not even gonna say Russell Westbrook. I'm not even gonna say Damian Jones. Who else would be starting? Kendrick Nunn is supposed to be their best shooter. He's so inconsistent. Austin Reeves is not a shooter. You brought up Matt Ryan. He don't even get in. Lonnie Walker is not a great shooter. He's a decent shooter. You just got Troy Brown Jr. off the bench. He's not a good shooter. They got no. You could name any other team and name one of their starters, and they could shoot better than almost everybody on that team. One. Brooke Lopez shoots better than everybody on that team. Giannis shoots better than everybody on that team. Except LeBron. We're speaking of other players from LeBron, but Giannis is shooting better than Anthony Davis, who is supposed to be your next leading scorer, or you're supposed to be your leading scorer. Bojan Bogdanovic is shooting better than everybody on that team. Give him some shooters, I think he will produce better. You give him no shooters, this man is a sitting duck. LeBron's not looking to pass the ball to you, and you drive the ball in the hole and then brick. That's not how he plays. If he passes to you under the lane and maybe at the dunker spot or something, he's expecting you to dunk the damn ball. That's how he won in the bubble. Look how he won in the bubble. Crusoe for 3. AD was shooting better from the 3. KCP shot the 3. What's the other dude that was with him? It was KCP and another shooter. What was the other shooter's name?
J.R. Smith.
JR. No. He wasn't on that team.
Which
He
team
was, but the bubble team. That's the last one he won. He had
Deion
KCP
Waiters.
and another shooter.
Deion Waiters.
That was off the bench, and he was a good shooter. But they had somebody else that was running with him.
Caruso.
Nope, I already called him. It was somebody else.
Kuzma.
They had Kuzma. They had shooters. They got nothing now. LeBron is over if he gonna stick with this team and they get no shooters. They need to trade every. Then I think I was talking to you last time. I was like, if they trade AD, they could probably get something better, and they need to do it sooner rather than later. Because now this man's getting injured again, back to back. Here it is. He's already getting injured.
I told you he ain't gonna play more than 40 games this season.
He's already getting injured.
And I feel like that's only with his team. I feel like if he's straight to another team, he's gonna play.
Who?
AD. But he just takes so much beatings. Being on the Lakers. He has no help inside ever. It's only him. Ever. And now at this point, you have too many people that are just as good as him, if not better.
I look at it like this. I think it's over unless, like you said, he go to a team that got a good group. And they keep saying bring one. I don't even think bringing one shooter on would help them. That's why I keep hearing.
No, it's not.
Just get one shooter. All you gotta do
They'll
is
just double the shooter.
So yeah, so I don't. I think it's era. I think it's over. I think LeBron era is over. No disrespect.
At the Lakers, it's over. I'm gonna be honest.
I think he's one of the greatest all time. Top 3 definitely on my list. But I think the era's over. I think the teams are looking too good. Like nobody, they can't compete against Golden State. Denver had a bad night and they still lost to Denver.
Yes, terrible night actually.
Yeah. I don't think they could compete against the Clippers.
The Clippers look bad.
Hell, they barely could compete against the Jazz right now. Jazz may beat them. They play the Jazz. They may get beat by Houston.
Nah, Houston look decent though.
The Spurs, the Spurs may beat them. The Spurs may beat
No,
them.
every team's viable to beat them. They're so busy on worrying about themselves, they can't even compete towards others because they're
They don't.
still trying to figure out who's in the lineup, who's going to come off the bench. Oh, well, let's just put Russ. Maybe we'll let LeBron AD run the first unit, let Russ run the second unit. Thing is, Russ has also had shooters on his team when he was with OKC, when he was with the Washington Wizards. He ain't got none this one, and
It,
he's shooting poor. So it's like, what do you want them to do?
it's official. The Lakers the only defeated team in the NBA.
As of right now, yes,
Yep.
I can
And
agree with
they
that.
number 30 and number 29 is the Brooklyn Nets. So you telling me LeBron James and Kevin Durant, both teams, they are number 29 and 30 in the NBA right now.
Now,
There's a difference.
yeah, I about to say,
No,
as an
I know the
individual,
difference. But I'm
as an
just saying,
individual core, LeBron's not going to play great defense anymore. That's not in his gene. KD doesn't want to play defense. Well, he says he does, but it's not showing on that. The year before he went to the Warriors season, and his best defensive performance was when he was with the Warriors because he didn't have to play so much on the offensive side. But when you're demanding of 30 points per game, defense kind of slowly shies away. It's only a few players that can do that and get 30 points.
but I'm just looking at it. It's to me, it's weird just saying to consider two of the best in the game right now. Teams ranked 29 and 30 in the NBA.
I'll be honest though, I think that would be the same for some other teams. Like you take Draymond out the Warriors, yeah, Warriors gonna struggle because we've already seen it this year. Even with Draymond out, they still struggle because they have no right now. They have no bigs, none at all. James Wiseman is playing terrible. They will get destroyed by any big that they play against.
I just,
Draymond's the only big body that they really have to even compete, and he's even struggling to do that.
I,
You take out
I
Drew
disagree.
Holiday from the Bucks, they're going to struggle defensively.
I disagree. I ain't got nothing. I'm gonna disagree on those. I had to disagree. I
So you
think
don't think the Bucks are going to struggle if they take out Drew Holiday?
no, I don't think we'll struggle. I mean, I don't think we'll struggle, but I don't think we're gonna be looking like what the Lakers looking like. I don't
I didn't
think
say y'all gonna look like them. I said y'all gonna struggle
and I
defensively.
don't think Draymond's not to me right now. You give him a lot of props, but Draymond is not a key person on the Golden State right now.
Nah, he still is.
No.
Who's gonna
No.
guard? Who's gonna?
Then he do
Oh,
dirty.
oh,
He done
who,
did 230.
who's gonna guard Giannis on that team? Please explain to me.
Yeah, and you
Just
gotta worry about it. You gotta let him. You got some people go do their thing. Just like sometimes you gotta let Curry do his thing. You ain't gonna stop if
even
you
if
don't
you
stop
let Curry
Curry.
do his thing, how did they win this year? You think that was just because Curry was because Curry was hot, but he wasn't hot the whole series.
Well, the
Clay
game
wasn't hot at
you
all.
forgot. You remember when Draymond got benched in the NBA Finals and they won the game and he felt
Yeah,
some
they
type
had to. He was too. There's only so much Draymond can do. He's not a scorer. They needed scoring. But then
of.
again, you got to look at Boston. Boston has no big. Draymond Green literally bullied them out the whole entire series.
I get that. Hold on. Let's not get onto that right now. So the thing about it, we just talking about LeBron because we don't jump onto the other thing. Do you feel like officially his era is over right now? If he's no, let's put it like this: he's not getting traded. He's staying with the Lakers. He waiting for Bronny to come there or whatever. Even though that's not gonna help. Do you feel like right now with the Lakers, if he's staying in the position here, no matter if they make trades or trade Russell Westbrook, gets on the is LeBron era over?
At the Lakers, yeah.
Okay. What about you, Roach?
From what it looks like, yeah. I don't know what they would get next year.
Because I'm gonna look at it like this. Even if they trade Russ, I still don't see them beating the Warriors. I still don't see them beating the Phoenix Suns. I still don't see them beating Denver Nuggets. I don't see them beating the Clippers. I don't see them even beating Dallas. Those five teams I can say I don't see them beat. Um who else I'm missing from the damn East? I'm from the I don't see them beating Memphis at all. Nope. And the Pelicans. Oh shit. Forgot about the hell no. Yeah. I don't give a fuck who they trade. They ain't even getting past the Pelicans. If they stay fully healthy. Now let me rephrase that. If they stay
They
fully
still
healthy.
wouldn't beat the Pelicans right now with CJ McCollum and
Well,
Valanciunas.
so yeah, I look at it like this. So regardless, I think LeBron era is over. I think LeBron got his last ring in the bubble. he can remember that and memorize it and cherish it. But yeah, it's over to me.
Mm.
That's just my.
I think, yeah, unless they make a massive, massive business decision to trade everyone and just try a different route, then maybe he has another chance with the Lakers. But I don't see them trading AD or Russ will eventually get traded. Let's just call it for what it is eventually. But I don't think that's going to be enough unless it's a superstar or an all-star. And I don't think they're going to get a superstar or an all-star for Russ.
My question is for you, real quick on that. Who the hell is gonna take any of that trash off the bench?
Who for the Lakers?
Yeah, who the hell gonna take that? Who gonna take that trash out? Who wants that? What's on their bench? I'd rather trade
There's
Spurs.
Lonnie Walker.
There's only two people that I see that if anybody was to want anything, and that's Lonnie Walker and what's his name? Troy Brown Jr. Outside of that,
Because I don't see how they could trade in no pick. I don't see nobody say, "Oh, let me get them." Hold on. Utah will go for that because he winning games and he don't want to win games. So he probably make those trades. But
he might pick Westbrook.
They already got Talon Tucker.
Huh?
Utah already took Talon Tucker.
Oh, but they probably got upset because they said, "Damn, we took the wrong one. We should take the other guy, that Matt Ryan guy. He can't shoot. Shit."
He just got there.
I know, but they should have got him.
No, I mean they wouldn't know. I'm saying he literally just got there from being picked up.
Oh well, now Utah want him because they said, "Don't he play football?" So okay, so we're moving on from that. So who do y'all have right now for your 3 front runners for MVP at today right now? Who you think? Who you got your top 3? It don't have to be in order, just randomly.
Ja Morant, Luka Doncic, and Giannis.
KDH.
I got nothing else to say.
You agree with him?
The gospel right there.
In that order.
That man speaking gospel right there, boy. Keep on preaching down.
I agree with you. 2 out of the 3 of those. I got Ja, and I got Giannis, but I got Devin Booker too. Devin Booker, no. Have you seen Devin Booker numbers?
Have you seen Luka's numbers?
Yeah, I seen Luka's numbers.
He just took Brooklyn out by himself.
I got you. But the thing about it is, Luka been doing this every year, and he's still not doing nothing. He's not producing nothing for me. I get what you're saying. I got what you're saying, but I still have Devin Booker ahead of him right now. Devin Booker been killing it, and Devin
offensively,
Booker
he sucks defensively. He ain't pushing his team to win.
Luka sucks defensively too, but I have Devin Booker ahead of
yeah, but the difference is
Devin Booker's averaging 29, 3, and 5, right? Luka Doncic. He's averaging 36, 10, and 10.
and I still, I'm not gonna change I still have Devin Booker ahead of him.
Hey, my brother, I respect him. I respect you. I respect it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm being completely honest. He doing his thing. How many? Hold on. It was something Devin did the other day. Hold on 1 second. Where?
oh man, man, D work at ESPN.
Oh shit! I can't get to it now. Oh shit! Oh well. I should have had it pulled up before.
Now, one thing I will say, like with you becoming MVP, you do have to win games, since Devin Booker is winning games, and it is because of him. I will give you that. He is the most valuable player on his team, but is he more valuable than Luka is to his team? No. Is he more valuable in points, rebounds, and assists? No. But when it translates to wins, I think Devin Booker does have that upper echelon. And if Dallas was to say make it to 9th seed, he's not winning MVP. Let's just call it. I don't care how good he looks in stats. He ain't LeBron. LeBron's the only one that can have decent stats and still win MVP. If Devin Booker and they consider him to win, if they can make it to top 3 seeds, yeah, he has.
He gotta make it. They said the lowest somebody ever won on MVP. They was a 6th seed. Their team was a 6th seed. Nobody else.
I thought it was LeBron.
Russ.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
In my head, it sounds weird, but it's like at the same time, it's not. between Luka Doncic and Devin Booker, who's accomplished more? Technically, like who's
Neither.
really? I said,
I mean,
between,
I'm a
no,
Devin
no.
Booker. Devin Booker,
How?
just due to them making it to the finals. Devin Booker's been with that team for like what 8 years, and
Yeah, and see, he
they
got
have
drafted.
been
They
one of
drafted him,
the
right?
worst. They
Didn't they
have
draft
been,
him?
huh? Yeah, they
They
drafted him.
drafted him.
Yeah, they did. They've been one of the worst teams at one point where they were really. That's back when T.J. Warren was there. You remember what was that guard that came out of Kentucky? Uh, he was a real short dude. That was back when they couldn't even find a point guard.
Oh,
You know who I'm talking about.
yeah.
I can't think of him, but I'm like they were trash, and I mean, a part of it's the coach, but Devin Booker's been with that team. He's been doing what he's been doing. A man had 70 at one point. Like he's still scoring. He's one of the elites at scoring. My problem with Devin Booker is I need to see more on the defensive side.
Now,
If you really want to help your team out, don't put it all on Mikal Bridges.
now, I mean that's fair. I mean, the year Devin Booker and them went to the finals. I mean, they did their job. They went to finals, but at the same
Exactly.
time,
It's not really accomplishing anything if you didn't win, but it is an accomplishment to
they
say.
didn't play anybody healthy.
I mean, you could say the same for the Warriors when they won this year. That doesn't mean anything.
Won this year?
Yeah, like this past last year. They didn't really play anybody healthy. Robert Williams wasn't on the roster when they played Celtics. John Morant didn't play 3 of the games that they played. And they didn't have Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, or Michael Porter Jr. when they played the Nuggets. So
It's true.
you can make the argument.
It's true.
So, I mean, you can't take that from Devin Booker and them. It doesn't matter if they didn't play nobody. They still made it.
That's the
They-
newest
they-
rivalry. That's the newest rivalry in the league.
Who, Suns and Bucks?
No, Suns in Dallas. Luka Doncic versus Devin Booker.
Oh, I mean, because
Ever since
Luka
Luka
tore that ass
Doncic.
up.
Oh my gosh!
Luka tore that ass up real quick. And then they started talking shit.
And then even though the first
And he
game of the
pulled
season,
LeBron.
even though the first game of the season, the Suns pulled it out by 2, and the Dallas blew a 20-point lead.
Yeah, that was.
Luka was murdering.
But no, I can see it. I'm gonna probably still stick. Oh,
Then you got to realize Devin did bring the Suns back when they was down by like 20 against Dallas and won the game for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. I could see him being in the MVP race just due to them winning games. I don't. If we had to go based off of right now, I'm going Luka because it's Luka. But later down the season, if Suns keep winning, yeah, he's probably more than likely he's gonna have a top spot. It might
But-
be Giannis, Devin Booker, and then John Morant. If John and them don't start winning games.
They predicted John
But
Morant.
like one day I've said, I heard quite a few analysts say this. Dallas doing decent now, but when they get halfway through the season, what are they gonna do? Because really, all they doing relying on Luka, and they said they actually started getting credit, and I started getting credit to what's his name, Brunson. They said they lost him, and he was a good fit with them. Now they don't have him, so what did they? Because a lot of people said they had a terrible off season as well. What
They didn't really get nobody besides
they got
Christian Wood.
they got JaVale.
I mean, he's young, athletic. It's not a bad pickup.
I mean, it's only not bad because they have Luka. Let's just keep it a buck.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not somebody that's going to hinder his performance.
No, but it's not enhancing it either.
I mean, it's an athletic big he can toss the ball up to.
You could have found that with Christian Wood at starting center.
They don't want Christian Wood starting center. They want
That's
him off
my
the bench.
point. That's my
production.
point because
You
they
still,
knew
you still. I mean, you still have.
they didn't want to
Spencer
put all
Dinwiddie.
their weapons on the starting lineup. They
At the
wanted to
same
see how it
At the
does.
same time, they do have a decent supporting cast. You have Tim Hardaway Jr., you have Reggie Bullock, you have Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, which I said he
Well,
was out last year in the playoffs. He didn't. He
Yeah,
wasn't
they
there.
have
But
a
I mean,
decent-
it's not that much.
They have a
of
decent
difference.
supporting cast already, technically.
I mean, they're a team. Let's just call it for what they're a good team, just like the Bucks. They're a team.
Yeah.
They legitimately can compete just because they understand
what-
their roles. They know what's
Yeah.
going on. They're a good team, and they need to be healthy. But the problem is, Luka is doing everything for this team.
I think he wants to do everything. I just think
No,
that's
no.
I think that's how he likes to play.
He tried with Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis flopped. He did. Let's just
Kristaps
call it
didn't
what
want
it
to
is.
Kristaps didn't want to play the 5, apparently.
That's well. That's your job. Luka didn't need you at the 4. We need you at 5.
Well, like you said, that's what Luka wanted him there. Kristaps now want him there. He's out.
Exactly.
It's what Luka wants. Mark Cuban's
Well, duh. We know
didn't say
that.
So it's like,
That man said he'll trade his wife for Luka. So I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he said it said his wife or Luca. He said Luca.
Luka.
The pussy might not be good.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna
I'm
make
not
a
commenting on that.
comment on that.
I'm just saying you gonna trade her for that. I'm just being
Hey, Luca said you gotta go. Take the kids with you. Luca don't want no kids.
I'm just keeping it 100. He training his wife for her. Okay, so rookie of the year. So
Mm.
KDH has a little stats on this. Who do y'all have running for y'all rookie of the year right now?
Well, let me read off the top five
Okay.
right
I
now.
don't even need you to read off the top five.
Oh, let
He
me read
needs.
off
I
top
knew. I
five.
don't know
Oh.
him. So
Top five is Paolo Banchero from Orlando,
yes,
averaging
sir.
23.5 points per game, has two double doubles for this season so far. Uh, the back coming from him is Benedict Mathurin, number two, averaging 19.2 points per game. I know from the Indiana Pacers. Number three, they have Keegan Murray with the Sacramento Kings, who took Harrison Barnes' starting position,
Oh,
averaging
he didn't.
17.7. He did for 2 games so far. Uh,
Harrison Barnes started. Did he not?
no, he didn't. Jaden
Oh,
Ivey at the four spot for Detroit, averaging 15.2 points per game. And then you have Jabari Smith, the number three pick from Houston, averaging 13.8.
Um,
hold
I'll
up one
let you
second.
gentlemen start this one.
Rookie of the year?
Yeah.
Keegan Murray and Harrison Barnes both start.
Okay, we got that. We
Oh,
know
they
that.
both started in this game because last
Look.
game he didn't start because I knew he
Yes, he
started.
did. He started versus Memphis and Miami.
Oh my god. We don't
Pablo. Is it Paolo? It's Paolo. Yeah. Nah, he shocked me. I ain't gonna lie, because after the struggle he had in the preseason to what he did after the first game. I mean, first game, and the brothers got it right now. But if it's not Paolo, it's Mathurin. Nobody's doing what he does coming off your rookie season off the bench. The brother's a bucket. He's a smooth bucket, and he fits Indiana Pacers system perfectly because they need somebody to go get a bucket. Keegan Murray, I haven't really watched many of his games, but from my understanding, he's very smooth player. So, but between that Paolo and Bennett Mather right now, Paolo probably has it, but man, Bennett is putting up a fight.
Gotcha. KDH.
It's gonna be Paolo, no questions, no ifs, ands, buts about it. No other team is gonna be contributing to that deep on their team. He's the focal point of their offense, and I already said at the beginning of draft that the Orlando Magic need him. I'm glad they picked him up over Jabari Smith because the league cannot handle 6'8" point guards. They still struggle against them. If Ben Simmons could shoot a little bit more, they still would be struggling against him. But his confidence is unboosted. But Paolo, I think he's a key factor. Benedict Mathurin is help. I don't think he's a key factor. You still got Tyrese Halliburton taking all the show. And you still got Jalen Smith popping out. You still got Miles Turner doing decent when he gets in. You still got Buddy Hield having good games. So Benedict Mathurin just kind of fits in the system really well. Keegan Murray, I mean, he's playing good, especially after this past game that bumps him up to 18.8 points per game. But outside of that, I mean, we'll see if that translates to them winning more games because so far they're 2-5.
Yeah.
So it's not really doing anything for them. I don't think that he's really going to do that. But I mean, especially if he hasn't taken anyone's starting position. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go Apollo. He should have that in the bag. The man's got two double doubles. I think I want to say two of the entire league. I think he's like seventh or something like that. So he's definitely should be. I think rookie of the year if he stays healthy.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play a clip real quick, and I agree with y'all on that. I want everybody to hear this. Let me share my screen. I get to share my screen. That's awesome. I love to do this on here. Hold on. Share screen. Okay. Give me 1 second. Here we go. This is I'm gonna play it too. It's already up. So hold on. Let me play this part. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes,
Mhm.
sir.
Here we go.
why did you decide to promote something that Alex Jones said?
That was a few weeks ago. I do not stand with Alex Jones' position, narrative, court case that he had with Sandy Hook, or any of the kids that felt like they had to relive trauma, or parents that had to relive trauma, or to be dismissive to all the lives that were lost during that tragic event. My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I'm just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious, because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it. I just exist.
And to follow up on the promotion of the movie and the book,
Can you please stop calling it a promotion? What am I promoting?
put it out on your platform.
But I'm promoting it? Do you see me doing, do you see
By
in front of
putting it out there,
the
people
title?
are going to say that you are
Yeah, put it out there
promoting
just like you put things out there, right?
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's
You
not
put things out there for a living, right?
right. But my stuff
Great,
is
so
not
let's move on.
filled
Let's
with
move on.
anti-Semitic.
Let's
stuff.
move on. Don't dehumanize me up here.
I'm not doing that.
Another
You're
human
free to
being.
post
I can post whatever I want. So say that and shut it down and move on to the next question.
But Kyrie, you have to understand that
I don't have to understand anything from you.
It's not me.
Nothing.
By
No
posting
people that
what
you're
you
making up,
did,
bro. Move on.
but by posting
Move
what
on.
you
Next
did,
question.
anybody
Do you guys have any more questions?
and they're going to say,
You guys have any more questions? Because this is going to be a clip. This is going to be a clip that he's going to marvel at. Is this any more questions?
but you're not answering the question.
This is another asking your question. Oh my God, let's make another Instagram clip so we can be famous again. Next question.
Kyrie, basketball related.
Okay. This is your boy, KDH.
Thick and thin, baby. You were thick
How do-
and thin.
How do you feel about the post he put out that Brooklyn Nets condemning it, the NBA as well? What's your take on this?
I mean, I personally don't know much of it. I've been on a lot of planes lately, so I don't know exactly what goes all into that. I can only go based off of what I've seen from this clip. I'm just gonna assume that Kyrie's known for making things public and making things aware and saying things. I don't know much into it, so I'm not gonna say he's right or wrong because I don't know anything about it per se. Do we have anything else that would say what he posted exactly
Hold on.
and what's going on with the Alex Jones movie or book? Because I'm like, I don't keep up with any of that.
Well, you know what? I should have dig into it. I was doing a project earlier, so I didn't get a chance to dig into it. But I did see that Brooklyn came out and condemned him and was very upset. He posted it, and they said they going to have a meeting with him about posting it. Then I see the NBA came out, and I just think I put it like this: you are an NBA player. A lot of kids look up to these NBA players like heroes, stars, famous people who I want to be like. I interview a lot of players on my platform, and they love Kyrie. I get a lot of them who love Kyrie. They love his move. I want to be like Kyrie. My game is remind me of Kyrie. That's who I look at.
Nobody's game reminds him of Kyrie.
Well, but it's kids. This is what they.
Kids are delusional.
But don't do that. But I'm just saying that's who they look at. Because it's some kids I can show you. Some kids got some great handles. One kid I could send you his video and show you got some great handles. And he didn't say Kyrie, but there's a lot of kids who look up to him. So you got to watch what you post. And if you don't want to be that public figure, or you don't want everybody taking your post out of context, then don't post. It's that like that. He does too much of that. And when somebody come at him, he want to hide his hands and like, oh, well, I didn't do that, or he wants to throw blame on everybody else, or always. He's one of them people. He reminds me of my boss, and this is what I'm gonna say about my boss. And I know he like this a lot. My boss is the type that, okay, say for instance, if he does something and I call him out about that, he's quick to turn around back on, well, D, you did this, or D, you did that. He loves to like throw it back at me. Even when I don't do nothing, he finds a way to turn it back around on me. Or when he makes a mistake, I'm like, well, you should have read this one. You didn't read that first. Well, D, you don't do that. Why? Just take accountability for your mistakes. Take accountability for something that you did wrong and stop. Don't always try. I hate when people always throw something back at you because you called them out about it. And that's how, to me, I feel about Kyrie. You throw something out at him, and then he'll throw something back at you instead of taking accountability. And not just saying this post today. I'm just talking about in his career in general. Over the years, he always do that. He don't want to take accountability for it. Then you got people out here, grown adults, people who defend him. And like, oh, y'all just he's misunderstood. No, he's not misunderstood. He posts exactly what he means. Nothing misunderstood about that man. He says what he means. Everything. If he didn't mean it, he's not gonna post it. And he posts it. He can't get mad because when you put stuff out there in the internet world and you on that level, and when I get to that level, when I'm start doing when DTM filter blows up to the next platform, which I got some stuff to tell y'all, some big news. I can't just post because I feel like if I just post certain things, it go come back on to me. So you got to realize what you post could come back 100. Hell, I'm not even at a damn level, and I be posting stuff on my damn Instagram. Then I get people hit me up and get mad about certain stuff. So shit, y'all looking down. I mean, I'm boring and fuck out of you. I'm sorry, but
No, I'm trying to read
Yeah, I'm trying to look at what
Kyrie's
Kyrie said.
information. I'm listening to you
oh,
though.
okay, cool. But I'm just putting like that, like as an influencer, which he is, he got to understand what he posts. Everybody going to read into it, no matter what. You gotta watch. Like they read into the shit about Westbrook. Westbrook coming to the down arena happy. Oh, he shouldn't be happy. He having a bad season. So you can't win for losing. But the shit he does over the last few years, I know that's your boy. And I hope it's your boy because of his skill level. That's it. Everything else. I hope off the court, they ain't your boy. But like you respect everything he do on the court because he is one of the best at his position in the history of basketball. But he just got to take accountability for the bullshit he put out there. That's all.
So this, I mean, I'm reading a little bit. I'm still not getting a clear.
What tweet was it, or what did he?
I think he said Hebrews to Negroes. I think that's what something he posted about. But I mean, D, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that Alex Jones is a conspiracy theorist. Now, knowing Kyrie, he does believe in conspiracy theories. I don't know if he believed in the specific one Alex Jones was talking about, but it seems like he did something about the Hebrews and their slave ships. And apparently Kyrie put Hebrews to Negroes and some other comments with it.
Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah. So now I will say,
apparently the title is it says Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up Black America.
Yeah.
It is. I don't.
Yeah. So and here's what I'm saying. Number one, there needs to be two sides to what American. This is the only problem I have with entire social media in general. In social media, it's never right or wrong. It's never has been. It's about what they feel is right and what they feel is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of times too, when it comes to social media, if the government, same with this whole Andrew Tate thing, if the government feels like you're a problem to society, or you're opening up something of their mind or saying something that people don't like, guess what? They're going to do things to make you look like the bad guy. We see it all the time. Even when LeBron James was trying to say, oh, I'm just happy we got, a good quarterback, trying to keep it basketball purposes of Deshaun Watson, people still found a way to say, LeBron, why would you say that? He did all these things to the women, all this, da. I'm speaking strictly towards this. And people still take it out of proportion, as in, it's like, I'm talking about football. Why do we have to take it from this? I'm trying to get past that. He wasn't accused of it. It got away. We keep it pushing away from it. People don't seem to do that. People still seem to hold on to grudges. People still seem to hold on thing. And I think that's what Kyrie is trying. No, we're not Kyrie, but I feel like a lot of people are trying to get out of. And Kyrie is one of those that's trying to promote that. If I want freedom of speech, as we talk about, why not give us freedom of speech? Even if it's apparently hate crime, this ain't overseas where people can go to jail for hate crime. People can go to jail for posting certain things. They gave us freedom of speech to talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about. Right. Now, if I say F you, this to your face, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, the minute you put your hands on me, you committed a crime. But apparently nowadays, we live in a world where, oh yeah, you get freedom of speech, but if you say certain things, you're going to get consequences from that.
It's weird. It's like nowadays, kind of saying something crazy is worse than killing somebody.
Well, that's the thing. Even if you want to talk about, not to get off the thing, but like if Kyrie was to talk about gays, guess what? He's getting canceled. If he wants to talk about, kids in school learning stuff that they're never going to learn in school, he's probably going to be looked at wrong. Oh, so you don't think kids should go to school? That's just how our society is made up. I don't know what I'm not understanding what Kyrie is at with this post. I know he is big on trying to get with him being a big influencer. I know he's usually 9 times out of 10 trying to get kids or people to understand, like, hey, look at this. This don't make sense. Even with the whole world is flat thing. There is a whole conspiracy theory that we don't know if they really went out of space. How would they even know if it is flat or not? It's only if you can believe. If you didn't see it, they have videos. We all know videos can be altered. We don't know. There's a lot of things that we can question, and it's all based off your belief. I don't know where Kyrie was going off of this, but it doesn't seem like it was something that he was promoting at all. He's clearly saying it. I'm not promoting. But then again, like I said, they're going to force it that way if that's how the majority of people feel like it was. So the only thing I can tell Kyrie is the same thing you said. If you're going to be in this type of title, as much as you probably maybe he was trying to expose something or do something, you just got to be really careful because it's like they're gonna shut you down completely. You could lose it. They could sit you down from the NBA. They could take your contract away. They could take your social media away. You have to be really careful, as he said, of what you post and how you post. Because I don't think it's to the point that he cares anymore. I think it's like if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, but based off that interview, it just kind of sounds like the guy was really pushing. Well, based off this. He's like, I'm not promoting. I was only speaking of something that happened 2002 because Alec Jones came up in this time. I'm going to speak on Alec Jones and what I feel from what it seems like, but I don't know the full story. That's just my way of thinking. Like I said, for Kyrie's thing, I'm like, I think he should continue doing whatever he's doing as long as if it's hate crime, it's hate crime. It is what it is. Just know the consequences that come from that.
Right. Gotcha.
You got to answer. I mean, like I said, like he said, he still didn't have him going that way kind of makes him look somewhat guilty in a way. Cause it's like, you didn't even try to answer the question to enlighten everyone of why you did it. It's more so like, nope, didn't do it. Boom. It should be done. No question. And it's like, that's when you're posting stuff, trying to enlighten, you got to go both sides of it. You got to receive and you got to take. And he's just not even looking to receive the answers or questions. And that's the only thing I have a problem with.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. It reminds me of that person who throws a rock at a glass house and then hide its back. I didn't do it.
Yeah,
like, dude, you post it. You just gotta take accountability. Don't post shit if you're not gonna be able to stand up and tell the reasons why.
Exactly. That's
if
the
he
main
was
thing.
an average old Joe on the street, that's a different story. But he's a public figure. He's one of the top 75 greatest players in the NBA of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, come on now.
Yeah, you should have enlightened a little bit more because it's like even me hearing this, it's like I have no other choice but to go with what everybody else is writing until I actually know. Like I don't know what it's talking about, so everybody's saying he posted this. The normal cat is gonna assume that he must have posted something that was bad.
Right.
So you got to be able to explain so that way other people who see what you post and that way they can make their argument based off of what you say. Just brushing them off in the interview is, I know you're tired of hearing it, and probably he's been talked all about this. It's just like, come on.
Right. Well, guys, it was a great show today. We talked about a lot. We got to do this more often. Love the live thing. Just want to get more people on it and stuff like that to come on and comment. I need to keep people coming because that's one thing I love about this little thing that the people come. I can post up here and we can do something big. I think I'm gonna pay for an ad on Instagram to get people to show up. So do something like that. But yeah, great conversation today. I like the way the season starting. I was looking exciting. Especially, I'm gonna tell you one game real quick. I know this off topic. When Golden State went against Phoenix, that was a great game. It was heated. Clay and Devin Booker get into it, and
Clay didn't back it up.
Yeah,
Clay was getting dusted.
He was going. Devin Booker was like, "Okay,
I got 4 of them things."
He's like, "I give it to you."
He had 2 points.
Yeah,
he was getting cooked.
Yeah, And
He
and
ain't
then
give a fuck.
the thing about it, they were saying people were saying that if the only thing you could bag up and talking about you got 4 rings, no, that's in the past. You got to talk about now. You got to talk about what's going on now. You got 4 rings, yeah. You got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, that's
but
still relevant though.
yeah,
This
it's
man just
relevant.
won
But
last year. It's
That's
like,
like
yeah,
Shaq and
it,
Charles.
it kind of
That's
hits
like
your
Shaq
soul.
and
You
Charles.
like,
That's
damn,
kind of
man,
like
you
Shaq
did
and
win.
Charles
You did
Barkley.
win.
That's like Shaq and Charles Barkley arguing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Every time Shaq brings up, I got a ring. Charles Barkley's like,
Yeah, because Shaq get heated, and it's like, bro, you can't just keep bringing up here. It's done now, but that was last year.
yeah, but
You can't say nothing.
but Clay can't say it was he the reason why they got the ring.
No, he
definitely
can't.
wasn't.
I'm sorry, he can't
Can't
say that.
But it's all good. I like how the season starting off. Of course, I'm looking how my Bucks are looking. They're doing pretty good.
They're gonna get 13-0, my boy. I'm calling it now.
Okay, well, you said it right now, so you hear KD said 13-0. I'm not gonna say that.
While Giannis is playing, no, if Giannis is out, don't be sitting there, Chris. No. Giannis has to play.
I think they go see him against like weak teams because I don't think they go really like when we play against somebody like the Spurs or something like that.
at minimum, 11-2.
Okay.
At minimum.
Well, you mean 12-2 because we're going at 14. He's talking about 14-0.
He
You
said
said 14.
13. He's
You said
13.
13.
I said
Oh,
13.
you
Yeah,
said
I said 13.
At minimum 11-2.
11-2.
13-0, my boy.
I'm not gonna make a guess on my Bucks. I'm just
Yeah. Leave your team alone. We'll see. I ain't gonna put you on the spot like that.
Yeah, because I want to say one thing.
Just enjoy.
I'm
Don't
enjoying
jinx
it right now.
Don't jinx it.
No, is this the matchup y'all play early or just not good and y'all should destroy? If y'all don't, y'all look bad. So it's like y'all play the Hawks. That's the closest team
The
that
76ers look bad too, but they can turn around. So I won't.
they don't have Giannis.
They got Joel. Embiid.
Okay, you see how I walk in his walking boot?
I don't see the walking boots. I can see when you walk, it's like you pregnant. Oh,
That's Joel Embiid. You got to sign. It's gonna happen.
you better sign because he was top 3 for MVP last year.
Okay, and he moped and pout and fucked him up in the playoffs. So good luck, because it
No.
looked like he moping and pouting this year.
James Harden fucked them up in the playoffs. Let's get that right.
James Harden was a lot more passive in the playoffs than he was this year. This year he ain't passing damn thing to Joel Embiid.
But you just see him last playoffs. He was the reason why they lost.
Yeah, because he didn't play he came from the Nets bullshit.
He didn't do shit. He did good. You remember when he got traded to them? All of a sudden, he had that great game. So when he went over there, they said, "Oh, look at James. He had a 35-point game." Blah, blah,
He was more.
And when they went to playoffs, but this is why I always tell everybody. James Harden is a superstar during the regular season. When the playoffs come around, he just turned into an average player. It's been like his whole career.
I'm not gonna say an average player because one of the years that the year they were supposed to beat the Rockets, it didn't happen. But they shot. That was the worst they ever shot.
He meant the Warriors.
My fault. That was the worst they ever shot. And they lost by 6. I'm talking about they missed like 30 to 40 shots.
But still, if I'm talking about overall his whole playoff career, he's always been an average player. You cannot have spurts of good game as a superstar. You got to have a consistent good game, not just, oh, I got a great game here. Okay, I'm not doing good. I'm not going. Okay, I got a great game. He got to be back
to be labeled in that superstar status.
Because you can't look at LeBron. Always have great games in the playoff. Steph Curry always have great games in the playoff. Giannis always have great games in the playoff. Kevin Durant always have great games in playoffs. You go down, even Joel he had great games last season. Jimmy Butler, you got to look at it.
Jimmy.
I went too far.
That boy was naming him, boy. He was naming.
He's not a superstar. Jimmy Butler's not.
In the playoffs, he's a superstar.
Overall, he's not a superstar.
Overall in the playoffs, are you talking about overall as a player, like season and okay.
I would honestly label Jimmy as a superstar just because of the fact that that's unheard of. Tell me somebody else that puts up numbers like him in the playoffs. Everything jumps drastically.
Giannis.
Everything jumps. 3-point shooting, everything.
Right, he's a superstar in the playoffs.
He's a complete
season-wise,
he's a completely different
player.
He's
on the same level as Al Horford in the playoffs.
Nope. All right, bro, I'm done.
you disrespect
Dominican Al Horford.
All right.
the Dominican freak.
George Hill.
That's the level of Jimmy Butler, George Hill.
Mm-hmm.
George Hill give Jimmy Butler buckets.
You can't even say that.
All right, ladies and
You can't even
gentlemen.
say that without
No,
smiling.
but no,
And-
I'm saying no, he does a great job in the
But he's
playoffs.
the only reason
I'm
why they win.
gonna tell you one thing. Look at me, Dan. Look at me, Dan. Look at me, Roach. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Your boy pissed me off when he pulled that 3-point last year. We could have beat y'all. Could have beat the goddamn.
It's okay. It pisses y'all off. It don't piss me off. I understand where he's coming from.
No, it
I'm
pissed me off.
going
Y'all
for
coulda
the.
beat- No, y'all could have beat Boston, and they would have kept Boston. I would have been happy.
You had
I
no
hate the
chance
Celtics.
last year, my boy. You had no chance.
Nobody
you
was
would've
trying to
put it
go
at
over.
three.
Nobody was trying to go overtime. If we would have went to overtime, we went to.
They were done.
If we
They
would
were
have went
done.
to overtime with Boston, we were over with.
Y'all
He's
done.
going for the
Y'all still
kill.
lost.
Huh?
Y'all still lost that game.
Yeah, he was trying to force the win.
He was
Well,
going for the win. I'm not
I
going
know he's
for.
trying to
I
force the
want
win.
to
He
give
should have
them
went on to
5
that
minutes versus
layup.
another team. Bro,
Took it
we're
to
already
the
without. We're already, like I said, we're already basically down 2 players because Kyle Lowry was.
Great.
I don't know who. Tyler
Great.
Hero. Tyler
Top
Hero
10
come off
point guard in the
injury,
league right now.
so he really wasn't playing. So
Let
in
me
a
ask you a
situation-
question, Daniel, before we go, because we're about to wrap this up. And I need you completely honest. 'Cause I know you're a Miami Heat fan, so I mean, let take this from a GM spot and be honest with you, and don't do it because you just a big fan of the team.
I'm a fan, but what's up?
Did Tyler Hero deserve that money?
Yeah. 6th man of the year, shooting, averaging 20 points, shooting 50, 40, 90. Tell me players in the league that had those stats.
No, I just asked you the question. That's it.
No, I'm saying that's the reason.
I have a
It-
question based off of that question. Is he peaked?
Has he peaked? I don't know. I don't.
How much better you see him getting?
I feel like he can average more points, but I don't know. I feel like he peaked at that role.
Would you trade him for Jalen Brunson?
No.
I would take Jalen Brunson over Tyler Hero,
I wouldn't.
and I don't even like Jalen Brunson.
He's been playing excellent. His first 3 games, he could.
I know, but I didn't. No, I just don't like the money he got, but I would take
I
him
mean,
over.
shit, it's
Tyler.
looking good so far.
Yeah, he has. I give him credit.
Nah, I
he
wouldn't.
go prove me wrong. Most
I can see why they didn't force that Donovan Mitchell trade.
So cool. All right, gentlemen. Well, I do appreciate y'all joining DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. Talk about around the NBA. We're gonna do it again. Enjoyed it. It's been awesome. Love this new platform. Love this new streaming service. This is amazing. It makes my day. It's worth every penny I spent on it. So like then we're streaming at the bottom. DT Unfiltered Uncensored with DT, KDH, and Roach. Yes, sir. This is your boy. You can if anybody watching, most likely y'all probably in bed and stuff like that. Probably stop watching the web. But we don't give a damn. We was having a good conversation. You can follow me on my Instagram page, that DT_Unfiltered Uncensored. And of course, if you're on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. Yeah, I'm live on Facebook too. All my Facebook friends. Hello. All right, guys. Do y'all want to say anything before we wrap this up?
Nah, I think that's it. Appreciate you having us. Of course, if you want to follow Bandit Boys, we're also on Twitter. YouTube is up. I just have to post the videos because it's some reason not working on what's the platform I'm using? Riverside. No comments there. But yeah, and appreciate you having us.
He's gonna change sooner or later. All right, tell them how to follow you on the name of the podcast again.
It's Band-Aid Boys Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube.
Cool. You got an Instagram page?
Yeah, it's up and running, but I gotta still post. I got nothing to post on it, so
Okay.
until I can get Riverside acting right, nothing I can do.
I'm not gonna talk about Riverside. they trash. But okay. Well, Roach, you have anything you want to say?
Well, thank you for having me on the podcast. You can follow me on IG at Mr. Roach01 if you want to find me. And y'all can follow the Bandit Boys on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
And everybody just want to let you know he's a huge fan of Hey Ho Hill. That's his favorite NBA player.
Not the Hey Ho Hill.
And that's what y'all call him. I don't know what the hell y'all call him.
Bro, what?
What y'all call?
What is that?
Hey whore, who for?
Bro, Jorge is George.
I know that's your favorite player. I ain't know.
You said hey ho.
Hey, that's who he is. Man.
I'm not disrespectful. I'm not gonna call somebody the name. His name is Jorge or George Hill. You need help.
That
Okay.
man's the whole hate.
Well,
That's how he talked to the girls in the club.
this is your boy DT from DT Offense. Appreciate you tuning into my show today. Y'all have a great evening. And catch us next time. Same channel, same station. DT Offense. I'm out.